Restaurant 7 days a week.
Steelmatic Network with G Honda. You're live at the Steelmatic Network with G Honda, episode 24, week 7. I'm sorry, week 24. I'm sorry, week 7. Week 7 primetime matchup, episode 24. Episode 24. Thank y'all for being here. Like, share, subscribe, hit that cash app. Steelmatic 001. Steelmatic 0 here. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that cash app. Thank y'all for being here with me. Appreciate y'all for being here with me. Week 7 matchup, prime time versus the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, TJ Watt, a star-studded matchup, a chess matchup, a matchup. We're going to get right into it. How y'all doing today on this hump day? How y'all doing today? Appreciate y'all being here, man. I appreciate y'all being here. Got a little twisted up on the title, didn't we? Appreciate y'all being here, man. Y'all like, share, subscribe, hit that cash app, Steelmatic001, Steelmatic001. Thank y'all for all the support. Man, I appreciate y'all being here, man. I know it's a strenuous work week, busy work week for most, and well, for all, productive work week, I hope, for everybody. And man, I appreciate y'all being here, man. Y'all like, share, subscribe, share the content. Thank you for the growth of the content. This does not happen without you. All right. Appreciate y'all being here, man. Appreciate y'all being here, man. Appreciate y'all being here. First and foremost, I want to give a special shout out to all the storm victims of Helene and Milton. If you were affected by the storms, if you were lost loved ones, my thoughts and prayers to you and your families. If you are in need of dire need of assistance, hit the FEMA.gov website for financial assistance if you've fallen on hard times due to the damages and due to the occurrence of the storms. Don't and visit those websites for financial to your home during the storm. Do not hesitate to hit those emails and call those numbers for financial assistance. Thoughts and prayers to all the victims and all the evacuees affected by the storms, Hurricane Milton and Hurricane Helene. Thoughts and prayers to you and your families at this time. Absolutely, absolutely. Who we got in the building today? Mr. Walker, shout out to you, Mr. Walker. Appreciate you being here, brother. Appreciate you being here, brother. Appreciate you being here, man. You know, I know them arm babies probably got you tied up and occupied, man, but we gonna cook. You know, we got a lot to talk about today, man. You know, my Steelers are well, no, my Steelers are not faltering. Art Rooney is faltering because I know y'all guys well know. Everybody heard the granular news. Devontae Adams to the Jets. We gonna talk about it. And you know the asset that he brings to the Jets, and can he possibly turn their team around? But I tell you what, it ain't gonna be Sunday. I tell you that. I tell you that. It ain't gonna be Sunday, and for good reason too. But definitely, man, y'all following in, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. Hit that cash app, Steelmatic001. Steelmatic001, man. I appreciate y'all being here, man. Appreciate y'all being here greatly so, man. Appreciate all y'all being here, man. What you got, Walker? I'm playing the Steelers, right? I'm the Steelers. Oh, Madden Mobile. Madden Mobile? Man, you're supposed to be on the PS5, man. What are you doing? You're supposed to be on the PS. Walker, stop being cheap, man. Go get you a PS5, man. You got the money, man. Shout out to Theodore Cooper, the one Kendra G still don't know. Shout out to you. Theo Cool, what's good with you, my man? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate you being here, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got the generals in here today. So I gotta show out. I gotta show out on Hump Day Wednesday because I got my generals. I'm only a sergeant. I got my generals in here today, so I'm gonna cook. We got all the panels on fire. We got all the pots and pans out. So we gonna cook. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Walker, what you got? I need a new console. What? Oh, you must got a 4 or a X. You must have got a 360 or a 4. Yeah, go to Target, man. Go to Walmart. Go to Amazon. Get your new console, man. Get you that FIFA. Get you that Madden. You good, man. Good for you and the kids, man. There you go, right there. Boom. Problem solved. Problem solved. Problem solved. Yes, sir. So, man, let me jump right into it, man. Let's cook. All right, I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Hold y'all for about a solid hour, man. Yup. So let's get into it. My Steelers injury report. All right. So of course you go know my guy Larry Ogunjobi, Cameron Hayward, T.J. Watt, and Isaac Samalu are all resting. All battered from the previous week, but strategically resting. My guy Najee Harris, he's battling rib injuries. DeMonte Casey, he's battling an ankle injury, which he did not practice. Nick Herbig, he's questionable. As with the hamstring, and he didn't practice. Zach Frazier, of course, our center, our rookie center, huge asset to our line. He's battling an ankle injury, and he did not practice. Highsmith, he's questionable, and he's been limited all week. Hopefully, we can get him back Sunday and against that in that primetime matchup, which we direly gonna need him. So, and Alex Highsmith, he gonna play an essential piece in that defensive key and to get into Aaron Rodgers, and we're gonna get into that as well. We're gonna get into that as well. What you got, Walker? I'm getting a new PlayStation. There you go. There you go right there. I'm going to get Gran Turismo in a driving rig. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely, man. You can actually, I think, get one of those driving rigs from Target or GameStop for a good price, man. They got some good ones, but that Gran Turismo, oh yeah, that Gran Turismo really go hard. And make sure you get that FIFA 24 too. Yes, get the FIFA too. Get something for the family, man. Get some. Don't just get something for yourself. Get something for the family. Something the whole family can enjoy. There you go. Gran Turismo and FIFA. There you go. Mm-hmm. Odex. How'd I know? How'd I know? Probably got an Xbox 360. Dang, man. Come on, man. Come on, Walker, bro. I need you to get it together, man. Come on, man. Come on now, bro. Come on, man. But yeah, so let's get into it, man. So I know y'all been seeing the news. Man. All right. So Russell, okay, Russell Wilson. I'm sorry. I mean to call him Sierra. Russell Wilson. So if he healthy, it says a strong possibility he could start Sunday. All things considered, I mean, me personally, this is considered a bad idea among many reasons. One being that we don't have a sturdy line to block for him. And being that I know they say he's healthy, translation, he's 72% coming into this game against a top defense in the Jets. A top defense in the Jets. So if you will, when you got people on the Jets side like Quentin Williams, Sauce Gardner, Brandon Nichols, CJ Mosley, um, uh, quite a few of those guys, elite guys from Alabama, that are top defensive guys, and they're gonna send a blitz all night. If anybody hits Russell on that leg, he's back out again, which I deem it as a bad idea for Russ be starting. However, on the flip side of that coin, it's some tangibles that Russell bring that he can contribute if starting. I mean, against my better judgment, putting more points on the scoring line, as well as so we can prevent, giving the ball away, giving up time possession, and not scoring in those efficiencies like we have been doing previously. But for better or worse, I think that mm, I truly believe Justin Fields should continue to start. I think that he's coming along, and his development and his process and is coming along slowly but surely. But being in the time that we in now, the pivotal time that we in now, we have 2 weeks before the bye. Sunday, Jets Sunday prime time. Then the following week we have the Giants also prime time Monday night and going into the bye week. But I think this is something that if he's exactly 100% healthy, in which we know he's not, get him any further injury than what he already is, right? But if he's made up, but one thing we know for certain, we do not have a sturdy offensive line, and that being that we know Russell Wilson's not quick enough to get off the line. That's just what it is. And Russell Fields is. He can stretch plays. He's taller. He's bigger. He's stronger. He's younger. He has youth on the side. So, but be that as it may, I don't think anything's etched in stone. I think Russell Wilson is in. I think Russell Wilson is indeed in strong consideration to be starting. However, um, my sentiments, I think Fields should be starting. So that's that. That's just my opinion. What you got, man? What y'all got? Who got? Shout out Theo Coop. Theo Coop, the one Kendra G does not know. Greatest Steeler of all time. Greatest Steeler of all time. I'm a bit biased, man. I'm gonna be real. Because as you see, I'm wearing Antonio Brown, and that's a Hall of Fame, but it's not in the Hall of Fame. Greatest Steeler of all time. I mean, I'm gonna name a couple, man. I'm gonna say Jerome Bettis, Troy Polamalu, Joe Green, Mean Joe Green, and Les Swan. I can't. I really can't name. So yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I appreciate y'all being here with me, man. It means everything to me, man. Appreciate y'all being in here with me, man. Steelmatic 001 support the show. All right, let's get back into it. So when anytime you got a game that got two elite defenses, of course, two elite defenses to where it becomes a chess match between the offense. Who can score the ball on the offense, who can score and put up the most points. I know I, I know I've said it previous times. Anytime you heard me say on previous shows or previous streams, transitioning and moving the chains and converting those third down efficiencies, and we a lot of times we beat ourselves like we did the previous couple of weeks against the Colts and the Cowboys. Two games we should have won, losing games, both combined by a total of 6 at this moment. But the past is the past, and we're gonna leave it there. So this chess match, this chess match, Sunday night, um, Aaron Rodgers, he does, he's reuniting with his BFF, Devontae Adams, Alan Lazard, Garrett Wilson, Mike Williams, and Tyler Conklin, and we're gonna talk about them a bit more. And but it's one thing to where it's not so much as them because we're playing at home and we have to be on schedule and be ahead. And have much control time possession and not be behind schedule at any point given time, because one thing we not gonna do, we not gonna play from behind against Aaron Rodgers. Oh, put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. I'm sorry, I glitched out. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Shout out Divine Photos. Divine Photos. How you doing, brother? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. So Oh, so we're not gonna play from behind playing Aaron Rodgers because we saw what happened with that last Super Bowl we played them. We just didn't recover. So our thing is we're gonna have to be ahead of schedule, control time possession, and keep Aaron Rodgers off the field. He just have too many weapons, and then Devontae Adams will indeed be playing Sunday. So that's just a strategy that we want to keep away, and keep those guys off the field as much as possible. And of course, if Highsmith is playing alongside TJ Watt, it's going to be a great night. It's going to be an epic night because TJ going to bring the heat. TJ Watt going to do his thing. Yes, sir. So next we got Jets Jets receiver play versus Pitt secondary. Jets receiver play versus Pitt secondary. All right. So as y'all well know, they got Devontae Adams. I'm sorry. Yeah, Devontae Adams. I was about to say Devontae Parker, but no, he plays for the Patriots. They got Devontae Adams. And you well know that Devontae Adams, he is elite. He is that guy. But, Devontae Adams alongside Garrett Wilson and Tyler Conklin, Alan Lazard, Mike Williams. Minus Adams, they combined for over 1,400 plus receiving yards going into this matchup, and Aaron Rodgers has over 1,300 passing yards. So they're gonna come in looking to air it out in ACRISURE Stadium. That's not gonna happen. The secondary got to do their thing. Pass rush got to do their thing to T.J. Watt and Alex Smith and company. They got to do all they can to negate that and to negate them from coming out getting off early start as well. So they're passing their but the flip side of that coin is so the flip side to that, they do have a strong, heavy passing attack. However, Jets are number 2 in defense, which is elite for them. But back to the receiving core. So the receiving core is dangerous. On our secondary, of course, JPJ, Minka Fitzpatrick, Dante Jackson. They have been having good outs, and they have been solid for us. Strongly in part due to the front seven with TJ Watt, Ogunjobi, and Highsmith. Well, and the defense with the pass rush. So they're gonna have to do all they can. This is gonna be more heavily on the front seven, getting those early stops, getting to Aaron Rodgers and stifling Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers got that bad limb, just like Russell Wilson has a bad limb, and we have to slow him down and keep him off the field and sideline him, control that time possession and keep him off the field, and that's how we negate their pass defense. I'm sorry, they passing attack. What you got, Devon? Remember, the Aaron Rodgers and Devontae are older. They look good on paper, but they can't produce. Yes, sir. My sentiments exact as I just stated. They are indeed dangerous, and it's not just them. There was running back Brees Hall. He can catch out the backfield. He can get some good runs. I think he has over a couple hundred yards receiving as well as rushing. And then there's Garrett Wilson, has over 400 yards receiving on the year thus far. But yeah, they are productive. Aaron Rodgers, he's passing over 1,300 yards, and Devontae Adams, he needs no introduction. Everybody know who he is. So he's definitely well productive and well capable. And I just think that if we stay on schedule and we stay on top of them and get the necessary stops early and keep them off the field, hey, problem solved. Problem solved. What you got, bros? Even when Rodgers and Devontae, they didn't even come close to sniffling the Super Bowl. Yeah, two things can be true because when you paying well, that was large in part, Aaron Rodgers ain't one never want to take no pay cut either. So they couldn't build around him like you had that 2010, defense with Clay Matthews and such. So, that's that. That's that. So yeah, so definitely they do have a solid receiving core. Um, but yeah, but I think if we stay on top of them and keep them off the field and get those necessary stops and contain them, the wide receiver core gonna get some plays per usual. They gonna get some plays. They're decent. They have a decent receiving core. Realistically, it's gonna be a good cat and mouse game. It's gonna be highly competitive. It's prime time, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Because I mean we owe Aaron Rodgers that. Especially for that 2010 Super Bowl loss that he did. But let me touch on the Jets defense. Jets defense, they got they're number two in defense, number two in the pass, number two in the pass defense. However, 14th in the run stop defense. 14th on the run, which means Najee Harris. That's key for Najee Harris, a power run like Najee, and Cordell if available, Jalen Warren if available, to get those essential runs and to hit those necessary gaps but our O line has to come to play. Our O line has to produce and open up those seams and gaps for our run game to be deemed productive. We can't rely on Chris Boswell to kick 6 to 12 field goals for us to win. We can't be doing that. However, that's a good security blanket to have, but not to lean on. But so no matter who's starting Sunday, Russ or Fields, we got to score in the red zone. We have to score touchdowns. We have to score every red zone possession. We have to score every red zone position. Their defense is elite as well as ours. However, going back and forth tit for tat with Aaron Rodgers, it's not been deemed well. I think he has the most fourth quarter comebacks, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but he does have a supporting cast and he will air it out. Aaron Rodgers will indeed air it out. But back to the defense, right? The defense, they lost all their games. All their losses came from Super Bowl contenders. I'm sorry, not Super Bowl contenders, but current contenders. Only losses came from was the Broncos, the 49ers, the Vikings, and yeah. So in all the point every game they lost by it was either six or less points. That's been determined, which means their defense is stingy. Their defense is gonna come to play. Sauce Gardner, Quentin Williams, Randy Knuckles, and that supporting cast gonna come to play. They're gonna come to uh defend and they're gonna come hot and heavy. So one thing for certain, one thing for certain, progression has to be there. We have to move to change and control time possession. So when that is done about when we have to do that consistently. We can't start late and punt the ball 6 times as we did for a previous week. We have to score on every possession, preferably red zone, preferably touchdown, and be ahead of schedule. Shout out to Alexander X. Alexander X, appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate you. How you doing this Wednesday, man? Great to have you, brother. Appreciate you being here, my brother. Appreciate you being here. Next topic. Aaron Rodgers versus our pass rush. Aaron Rodgers versus our pass rush. So, as you currently well know, we're currently without Nick Herbig as well as Alex Highsmith. Alex Highsmith, he's been limited all week. Nick Herbig, I think he's questionable. He's day to day as well. But as you well know, TJ Watt, TJ that haven't stopped or minimized TJ Watt in any way. TJ Watt, he's still going to get after it and get off the line and get to Aaron Rodgers. Because I believe that's the key matchup to it all. You know, if Aaron Rodgers can't get the ball off, can't get the passes off, and TJ Watt's the man for the job. It's just hopefully they don't have 2-3 guys on him, like per usual. But realistically, that's what you need. But as well, that's going to be a key matchup. I think that's going to play a pivotal role in the matchup, in the primetime matchup. And I just think that it's gonna be a back and forth because I think every time that because realistically we don't get any penalty calls in Pittsburgh in our home field. That's just what it is. Anybody that's watched Steelers games consistently, you very well know we get zero penalty calls, especially TJ Watt. I don't know if that's a conspiracy. I don't know, but he doesn't get any penalty calls. He gets zero penalty calls in the extra stadium. It's just what it is. You know, whether you could be face masking him, you can be shoulder grabbing him, you can have a noose around his neck and choking him. They will not throw the flag in his favor. They just will not. Oh man. Oh boy. Oh man. Devon, much love, brother. What's Devon, what you got, my man? What you got, boss? What you got, man? As a Jets fan, if this don't lead to success right away and go to a Super Bowl, most likely the organization has to blow up the team because they mortgage their future on Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I mean, pretty much it's kind of like LeBron in LA, you know. I mean, it's he's a shot caller. I mean, he's a shot caller. He got him to get rid of Rob Sala. And this should what they currently I believe they're currently sitting on 2-4. 2-4. It lost to the Bills last Monday night. But I honestly think, Devon, I think this is gonna slowly but surely turn them around in their division. I honestly do. Because if I'm not mistaken, if Josh Allen is in their division, I wouldn't pick Josh Allen going up against Aaron Rodgers, especially with that receiving core that they have. I just wouldn't. And then, you know, just to have a solid team, man. I mean, honestly though, I look at them on paper, yeah, but I think as time goes on and during divisional play, they're gonna start to mesh and galvanize because it's gonna take Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson for them to have that mesh, man. That's why I wish he would have came to Pittsburgh, man, because him and George Pickens, man, they were man. But that ship sailed. But him and Garrett Wilson and him and that receiving core, man, they definitely gonna do some great things, man. They definitely gonna do some great things. I think they definitely will turn it around and make a playoff push. But just not starting after Sunday. Yes, after Sunday, yes. But we gotta take care of business Sunday. Yeah. What you got, X? I'm working. LOL. All right, man. All right, X, man. Don't. All right, man. You working. You multitasking. I feel you, man. I feel you, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, definitely, man. TJ Watt has to get to him early. TJ Watt has to, and that pass rush has to get to him early. Can't let Aaron Rodgers sit back in that pocket. He will indeed pick you apart. He will indeed. He's made a career. He's made a living off of doing just that. But we just have to get to Aaron Rodgers. Pickens and Freiermuth. George Pickens and Pat Freiermuth. Pickens, don't know which one gonna show up on Sunday night. However, we need George. We need both of them to come in Sunday night and do an average better than what they have been averaging. I mean, two. We're talking about two elite talents in their positions, and but that just haven't exactly been performing like elite talents. Sporadically, but of course, my sentiments on Pat Fryer move. You just got paid $50 million. I mean, over the next 5 years. So you have to come with the heat, man. You have to bring the heat, man. I mean, you want to be elite, you getting paid like you're in the league. Uh, I mean, hey, you gotta start putting up elite numbers, man. I mean, you gotta put up if you ain't putting up nowhere near George Kittle numbers or Rob Gronkowski numbers or even Heath Miller numbers. I mean, as competition looms and grows, production must step up. Production must step up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah. So and also to go along with um the matchups. Like I said, Jets defense is indeed a number two defense. They're number two in pass defense. So of course, Sauce Gardner, Brandon Eccles, he has Sauce Gardner is a top corner. As well, Brandon Eccles, the other on the other side, he has two interceptions on the season. However, Pittsburgh, I think this is going to be a game of wits. I think this is going to be a game of attrition, and it's going to go down to the wire. And I think the stops TJ Watt going to acquire. I'm sorry, one moment. I think the stops that TJ Watt is going to acquire, and I think Najee Harris is going to be able to significantly move the chains for the offense and consistently keep the time of possession on the Steelers' side. And that's the Steelers win the time of possession. I think the Steelers are going to be all right this prime time matchup. I think we Steelers going to come out with the win, and Steelers keep the offense, keep Aaron Rodgers on the sideline. Man, I have Steelers winning 29-26, 29-26 over the Jets in prime time. Absolutely. But definitely solid matchup nonetheless. Solid matchup nonetheless. And because Aaron Rodgers, he never goes quietly, and he's always game, especially prime time Monday night games. And of course, Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers being that he's beating the Steelers in the Super Bowl, I think he's gonna I think that's just gonna I think he's gonna get up even more. He's gonna get up even more coming into Extra Stadium. But I think it's gonna be a solid matchup nonetheless from start to finish. And you couldn't ask for a better matchup. Two of the most solid defenses, and you have um Aaron two solid teams. Because on paper, of course, they're 2-4, but they lost all their games to all contenders with 6 and under points. So it's going to be a solid matchup nonetheless. Solid matchup nonetheless. Man, if you're following in, like, share, subscribe, hit that Cash App, Steelmatic001, Steelmatic001, help grow the channel, share the content. But yeah, definitely solid matchup on Sunday, and a lot of other solid matchups as well. But this one in particular game of the week. I have game of the week written all over it because I have Najee rushing for 120 yards. I have Pat Fryer, he's going to have a step up in production. I have him 12 receptions for right at 100 yards receiving. That receiving core, Calvin Austin, I have him doing great things in the kick return. But as far as George Pickens and CA3 in the receiving core, I think they get minimal yardage here and there, being that I believe that Jets are going to bring a lot of zone packages, a lot of zone schemes just to neutralize them because, George Pickens is a very crafty receiver. And, he's more athletic than most and very crafty. So he's going to make some plays here and there, but they're going to create some packages to stifle him. But that's why the time possession in the run game on our side has to be essential and has to be deemed effective because that's what works in our favors. Not going tick for tack toe to toe with an elite quarterback in the stellar offense. I wouldn't necessarily call them elite. Devontae Adams don't exactly make them elite. However, against us, what we want to do is that with the better defense that we have, we want to do as less as possible. And what's a great help to our defense and an asset to our defense is us controlling time possession on offense. Najee getting the runs, the run game, and the O-line stepping up to perform, stepping up to the plate, even though, they are limited and compromised, but doing the best we can with the slides and the push that we got. Arthur Smith getting creative with the run and creating those additional packages with incorporating Connor Hayward, incorporating Darnell Washington. Of course, him and Broderick Jones, the penalty or the penalty kings, because those guys can't escape a yellow flag to save their life. I promise. If it's be that as it may, you got to have some flaws somewhere. But we definitely have to create. Arthur Smith definitely have to create more packages for that offensive line and be more creative. Being that it's as distressed as it is, with the significant injuries that we have, with Fananu, um, currently Zach Frazier, he's battling that ankle injury, but hopefully he's questionable and available to play Sunday. Just as Jalen Warren and Cadell Patterson. Um, but I think that's the significant difference, being that they're 14th in the run, and we have essential runners to move the chains and control time possession. But which I think that's going to play a significant role in the Steelers winning on prime time Sunday night. Absolutely. I appreciate y'all being in here with me, man. Y'all like, share, subscribe, hit that cash app, Steelmatic001, Steelmatic001. Walker, you went and got that Xbox? Are you getting that PS5, Walker? You should get that PS5, man. Yeah, you should definitely get that PS5, Walker. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate y'all being in here with me, man. Appreciate y'all being in here with me, man. I know we had to pop up yesterday and we got the live today. I'm gonna be back Friday at 4 p.m. Friday at 4 p.m. Make sure y'all set y'all notifications, man, because looking to do more, looking to do got some other things in the wing, but definitely, man, looking to go do more, of course, do more pop-ups on the weekends and during the week, and then also have other guest interviews as well. And but man, y'all want to come up, if y'all want to be on the panel, man, just hit the email, man, hit that link, man. I'm gonna drop the link for you guys. It's nothing. And man, I appreciate y'all being here, man. I appreciate y'all greatly. So, man, it's don't happen without y'all. Theo Coop, Walker, Divine Photos, Alex X, Rob Pink, Rose. Man, I appreciate all y'all being here, man. I appreciate all y'all being here, man. Y'all like, share, subscribe, man. Hit those notifications, man. Hit those links, man, so that I can grow the channel, and also keep an eye out on the community tab, man. I'm gonna post when I'm go live more and do more pop-ups and make more additions to the show and I want y'all feedback too. I want y'all feedback too, I want y'all feedback too, for sure. But man, I appreciate y'all being here, man. I hope y'all have a great Wednesday, man. Be safe out there. Y'all have a great afternoon. Appreciate y'all being here. This is G Honda. This is the Steelmatic Network. Thank y'all for being here, man. Y'all have a good night.